What is up, the world of the living? My name is LexP, and today I'm gonna show you how to build something I myself thought impossible until very recently. Bedrock Edition blast chamber that doesn't rely on a single glitch. There are no trapped withers today, there are no bedrock blocks that you will have to gain using some bizarre and very unreliable glitches. There is no TNT duplications, there is no TNT that doesn't drop all the materials that it blows up. Oh no, today we're using infinite fireballs to harvest basalt, oak logs, any other type of logs, and concrete. Today we're using ghasts, and I'm showing you this in survival just so you don't think it's impossible to do in survival. Oh no, this design, I developed this specifically to use here on Truly Bedrock, the server I play on, which is how you know that A, this is a survival design, this is possible, B, it works on servers, C, it works in survival, and D, it works pretty consistently. This farm doesn't break if you use it properly and always turn on before unloading the chunks. So, without further ado, let's go into a creative world, single player, super flat, and let's see how we actually make it. This is how I have it on the actual server. I just didn't utilize the other two ghasts because, well, I didn't feel like listening to them scream over and over. And just to prove to you that all of this works, here are the shroom lights. Yep, here's the concrete. Here goes the logs. Here go the nether wart. Here goes the crimson stem. And you can see all of it is not just being blown up, it's being dropped at a rate, mind you, nearly 1-to-1. What's even more important is that we can actually farm this way something specifically thanks to a Bedrock Edition specific glitch, and basalt still can be blown up by a ghast fireball, meaning that this allows us to fully automatically, just farm basalt without even using the durability of our pickaxes. So this is how I like this farm to be, and this is just a proof of concept that it is expandable if we really want to. Today, however, I will be showing you how to build this version. The version that only blows up a 2x2, but it sure looks pretty doing it, so let's get into it. So overall, this farm consists of 3 main contraptions within it. And the first one is, of course, the most important one. It's the one with the ghast in it. So what we want to do is we want to choose this block on which our ghast will be resting in a minecart, mind you. So when you will be pulling your ghast out of the nether using the nether portal, don't forget it has to come in a minecart, which is an easier way to transport it, so that's fine. And we just make an L shape to put the ghast in its place. It does not matter what L shape you're doing. This, all of this is just for your convenience. This part though, this block is where it's gonna stand. And after you're done, you don't even need to really remove this L shape is the trick. Because, well, the ghast is not gonna go anywhere. They can't really control minecarts. I can prove it by simply looking inside of these guys. Yeah, they have been sitting here for forever and they have not gone anywhere. So that's how you know it works. Then we want to go 1, 2 blocks here and 1, 2, 3 up here. And then we will want to step away 5 blocks into this general direction. Now it's actually important for us to step away specifically 5 blocks because this farm manipulates the range on a snowman, and snowman turns out to have a pretty limited one, so we will be needing to do this exactly this way. So let's make the snowman's chamber, which is gonna be basically something like this. Naturally better to make it out of the ghast-proof materials, just in case you never want to rebuild your thing, even if the snowman dies. But more importantly, you want to put this block of obsidian and this block of obsidian here. Those don't need to be actual blocks of obsidian. Those can be whatever blocks you want, as long as they can't be pulled by a slime block, because that's what we will be using to move our fireballs. as well as, you know, just a little bit of redstone component. It is honestly kind of embarrassing how little redstone is in this farm when you really get down to it. So let's put that redstone in its place. We just need to put one block down here, put a tripwire hook on top of it, step one block here, 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 and bada bing bada boom, we did a tripwire contraption-y thingy-magic. And honestly, all of this can be just removed from here on out. We then have to continue all the way here, put a sticky down here, and I prefer to put a slime block down here instantly. Why is that? Well, because it will help us summon a snowman in a way where he is not gonna escape anywhere. So here's what I advise we do. Block, pumpkin, shroom light, and now we can redstone line down here. Don't forget at least one repeater down here. Actually, just one repeater, it's not at least. This is not customizable. Put one repeater here. And put this here. And then we just trigger. And the snowman is in place. And even lit up so that nothing spawns and distract him from, you know, doing his job. Next part of the contraption is one of the more fun ones, to be completely honest. Because this is where we do the absolute crime against nature and just slam a railway through a ghast's head. That's not the coolest, I don't know what is. So here's what we're doing. We basically just want to go 2 blocks on top of this block and put a top slab right up here. This will allow us to cram a zombie piglin into the ghast's head, triggering the snowman, which will trigger the ghast to attack the snowman. And that actually, I don't know, it feels like a very clever way of solving the issue of the ghast losing interest onto the snowman every now and again. So what you will have to do is you will have to do this honestly free-handed however you want. Just make sure that the railway is only at one point interfering with the ghast's head, and also that there is a wall down here blocking off the snowman's view without the need for it. So basically the only place the snowman is supposed to see the zombie is down here where the tripwire is. Well, more or less. It's not because of the tripwire, it's because the snowmen have a little bit of a recharge rate, so it's not gonna work perfectly every time unless you do this. Also, you might want to go down here and just make a little bit of a train station for your lovely zombie piglin. This is how I prefer to do it because, well, it looks the most fun to me. And then I just break this block and put another down here. This way, we just need to add a button. And whenever a zombie in a minecart is down here, they will just get stuck until we press a button and they go all over. Now, if you need to power some rails on your way through the ghast's head, don't worry about it. Still power them, just make sure to use a torch on a slab, because this will not suffocate the ghast. And that's really what we want from our ghasts now, don't we? So, power this, get yourself a zombie piglin, which is going to be an incredibly easy task for you if you already gotten a ghast. And just to prove that it works, yep, there we go, the snowman does trigger. So all we have to do now is implement the ghast, which will be incredibly easy in creative and depressingly hard in survival. And of course, I'm not doing this in creative because, well, I don't really need to. These are entirely temporal. But in survival, you will have to name tag both the zombie piglin and the ghast so they don't despawn. Don't forget to do that. Don't forget to give them cute names. Leave me your best ghast and piglin names in the comments down below. 2 last things about doing this in survival. One is ghasts can't see you while you're invisible, so I absolutely recommend you get yourself some invisibility potions. And also, if you're building this on a server especially, you might want to implement an off lever down here just so you know for sure that this farm is not being messed up by the chunk loading and unloading. Just in case, it should be alright, but I've seen issues with it every now and again. So basically, you want to wait for it to shoot a fireball and then instantly block the line of sight. After you've built all of this and run out of invisibility potion, the ghast will try and target you still. That's the entire reason as to why we have the zombie piglin down here. Just surround the entire farm in a giant box. I have it surrounded in white glass, just so I can always see if it's walking or if it's broken. You, honestly, I trust to be way smarter than that, so do whatever it is you want. I trust that you are clever enough to put a box around the ghast. Okay, now for the maiden voyage, and... well, there you go. The ghast is firing, the snowman is not really aggroed at the ghast, which is kind of part of the brilliance. And if we really want to place a blast chamber, if we really want to know where to feed our piston tape, a cool way to do that is to basically, yeah, look at this and step one block towards the direction from whence the fireball is coming. These are the 2x2 that the ghast fireballs will blow up. And the beauty of this farm is that you don't really need a second blast chamber like that. You can just feed several farms into this one, just in front of one another. So you can see, for example, if I want a basalt farm and a tree farm, I can run a basalt farm in the very background. And in front of it, put a little bit of logs, put a little bit of a tree farm, and that will also blow up. Every other time, mind you. For whatever reason, logs only blow up every other time. That's a bug that my friend Silent Whisperer discovered, and that's a nice and cozy little thingy that you can use in your world to infinitely farm basalt, infinitely farm wood, infinitely farm crimson wood, and if you want to see this exact design put to its maximum potential, here on Truly Bedrock, including on my channel, we are actually in the process of putting together, well, the farm that does just that. We want to feed a tree farm, a concrete converter, everything into it, and we want to make a design like this that uses up to 9 ghasts. So you know it's going to be absolutely massive and absolutely ridiculous. With that being said, that's going to be it for today. So thank you everybody so much for watching. This has been Slow XP. If you know a way to improve this, if you have an idea on how to make this better, do let me know in the comments. That's why I made this video, because I do believe that now that we know that the ghast-powered blast chambers, without any glitches, without anything, are possible on the Bedrock Edition, we are pretty much golden. We can go into, you know, a little bit of a better automation for our farm. And that's just wonderful. So, looking forward to your feedback. To be continued. Have a good one. Bye-bye.